Hello everyone, my name is Adreden and today we are going to be going over looting. Mostly like creating a good build for a pretty good looter. We're not going to go into some of the mobility stuff because I covered that in my stealth tutorial a bit more. So go check that out if you want to learn about how to like scale huge jumps, kind of like the one behind me, and other things. Anyhow, let's get into basically making it so that you're mostly always unencumbered without using strength. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so for this, I've decided I was going to choose this set of things. If you wanted to look at how to get like really good mobility and sneaking around stuff at night, look at the tutorial on the ultimate sort of stealthiness, which involves lots of these things in here, which really increases your movement ability around at nighttime, and just in general, because you'll be able to move around pretty easily. But this is all about just sort of carrying stuff. All right, so of course we have a lucky looter 1 to 7, and we have some wasteland treasures, some great heist, and some needle and thread. And optionally, there's this hunter's journal. So hunter's journal, the reason I mention it, I'll just go to that one first, get it out of the way, is because here we get to harvest more bone, meat, and leather from animals. So it's kind of like you get more stuff, therefore I figured sure we'll kind of include it in there. There's a couple other ones that I didn't really mention, but we have some of these other ones that are really good. Now, needle and thread, the main one that was important was this one, number 7. If you can learn out of this, and you can get your own pocket mods, so that's pretty cool. We'll get to lucky looter in just a sec. This one I included because it's like, you know, find more jewelry and precious gems. That's looting, so there you go. And then I put 3 in here because, you know, getting the ability to craft time charges is pretty cool. Now you could also buy all of them, or if you found all of them, you could craft lockpicks and break into locks faster. So that it's sort of like, you know, you're not being lucky, you're actually, you know, it's actively doing stuff. But the act of getting into something to loot it is kind of important too, right? If you're a looter. So anyhow, and Night Stalker Volume 4 is you're never encumbered at night. So that I figured I would include because it's pretty useful to be able to not be encumbered. But anyways, lockpicks are pretty common, so, or at least right now they are. And so you can find them to unlock safes, hopefully. These are all the pockets. Basically, each one increases your carrying size of your encumbrance by, let's say, 1, 2, 3. 1 to 3, I guess, is the general gist of it. But you have a few slots. I don't know if you can do your face slot. Bandana. Guess we're gonna get the purple one. Modify. No. Okay. Complete. We're just gonna ditch that one. Okay. Yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 20 slots to unlock. And you have, I believe you can put things into these guys, right? Modify. You could put some pockets on them. Fantastic. And so no, we're just gonna keep those in our inventory for now. Pads off right now. Okay, so go back over to here, maybe. Yeah, and we see that we have these slots. This brings up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 possible places to put something. So I guess that would be probably 24 slots available. Anyways, we'll get into it. It's not super important. The main points I'm trying to drive home are things about crafting them and making them useful to us. So we will go back over to here. And yeah, of course, let's go over some of these ones here. Lucky looters, you find more dukes if you know where to, to look in the loot, I guess. Ammunition, you can find more ammunition, find more brass, find more lead, find more junk, more food. That's pretty awesome. That's super useful, especially early game, and if you're not buying into the metabolism perk, which is in fortitude, then you want to get some of that. And medical supplies, that's also very important. I was thinking we should probably do some looting too of some things beforehand, just to kind of get a baseline of what sort of stuff we might expect to find in comparison. So I'll put out a bunch of trash, maybe inside here, and just we'll loot that up in a second here before we pick everything up. But we can do some other things here. There's also these lucky goggles. That's a loot bonus, so if you didn't know about them, that also makes it easier to find buried treasure. Okay, so this one here is a storage pocket mod. Now this one's actually pretty simple to build. It basically just requires these things here. And then of course you can also build this one if you get this number 7 of the needle and thread. If you happen to find these mod schematics, you can start crafting them. And they are 1, 2, 3 slots each. This one's only 2, and that one is 1. So let's just take a quick look at what it takes to craft those guys. Pockets. We have 2 leather, 1 duct tape, 15 cloth, and 1 sewing kit. The bigger one is 4, 2, 30, and 2, which is basically just double, right? All of these seem to be on that thing. Then these mods are a fair bit of stuff, including mechanical parts, which is, I guess, probably snaps or buckles, I guess one would assume. And yeah, basically the same thing. Looks like it just kind of goes up in value, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Oh, weird, the defaults over this. Okay. So I guess I'll have to grab a couple more things to craft these guys out. Polymers and mechanical parts. Be right back. Okay, reconfigured. And I'm just gonna throw out some garbages here. And during the day, like, you know, it's not too bad. Maybe we'll come back at night later. I guess there's a bunch of garbages here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright guys, so after a little bit of messing around, yeah, it's always tricky to test out loot containers. Kind of figure out this is probably the best way. I'm just gonna loot a couple of these ones here on this side of the building, 1 brass at a time here. Let's just quickly check. In fact, I'm just gonna cut back in a second here. Okay, so after these 5 garbages, we've got a couple of pieces of brass and a bit of iron and such. I'm gonna maybe loot a little bit in here because it'll be interesting to see sort of what kind of kitchen-y stuff, though this is kind of gonna be a bit tricky here. Let's see, 1 sink and 1 cabinet. Because we want it to be kind of equivalent. 2 cabinets, 2 sinks. That's probably good. Okay, so we have this much stuff. Let's throw down a chest actually and make this something visual we can check. Okay, so now I'm just going to take all these things and put them into my inventory. We are going to craft some of these ones, I think, right away and put them on as well because they're part of this whole thing, right? So we're going to use this and this guy. I'm not going to worry about the hunters stuff right now. So let me see here. Okay. Bam, got that. So now we should be pretty good looters. Wear this. Maybe we'll do this very last thing. We'll build these guys up. So yeah, I'm gonna grab my baseball bat just because it's nighttime, though I do have the zombies turned off, so it's not really a big deal. So now then, we're gonna go over here after we're a little bit beefed up. Oh yes, another things we should do is look at our particular skills. So over here, of course, we need to pick up in perception a couple of things here. Now I don't think we get any sort of no, the actual attribute itself doesn't do anything, but we do need to buy, I believe, all. Nope, only level 7. Okay, that's easy. So that should make it so that we find 75 quality to the loot, and looting is way faster. Of course, yeah, buried treasure is way easier to find as well. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Don't really know that there's anything else to really help with, you know, looting, other than Of course, there's the pack mule. If you did get some strength anyway, you may as well pick that up, right? Just as a reminder, so that you guys can remember to do that. Or if you are new to the game. Other than that, I mean, there's not really many other things to really help. The looting specifically, right? Like if you have if you're playing multiplayer and you have a tank with you, just, you know, follow behind them and let them do all the killing and then you do the looting. Should work out pretty well. I guess there's this too, but this is more like if you're doing quests, then these are kind of like additional things that you could get extra stuff with. So I don't know. You could think about that one too. You know, if you're more into questing. Okay, I'm just gonna get all this stuff here. Hopefully I can find 2 sinks and 2 of the cupboards, and so we'll just see kind of what we get. Wow. Okay, and also I guess we should just see how fast this is, because look at that. Super fast. Like, so fast you guys can't even see it. Oh, because I'm at nighttime here, I am not encumbered, so that's pretty cool. It's a little bit hard to tell, I think, at this stage of the game, if I actually got much better. I definitely got more food? No, didn't even get more food. Just sort of a bunch of extra things, I guess. Maybe this is much more worth it. I'm just gonna maybe take a quick look at the XML. Okay, so it looks like it's about 20% for each of these. Does it actually say that in Lucky Looter? No, it just has more, but it's about 20% more stuff for any one of these things, so it's not too bad. It'd be nice if it would have set it like up in here, like plus 20% or something. That's okay, but it is 20%, so there you go. Let's go craft some pockets, and maybe we'll loot a bit more. So yeah, that's why it's not really showing up, because I mean, I'm picking up like 5 different things, and everything being totally random, it's kind of hard to see maybe the 20% at this point. Okay, so I'm gonna read one of each of these as well, and then I'm just gonna try to craft one of every one of these. So just in case, because we may need that workbench, I am not 100% certain. Aha, we do for these modded ones. So yeah, and I guess as long as we have these now, because it used to be the case that you would need various levels of science to be able to do, yeah, various levels of mods. Anyhow, that's something of the past now. So we need to pick up all the stuff that we had, which was in here. Okay, yeah, so there you go. So if you just have a couple of these things, you can start crafting them. And they take 20 seconds each, so I'll just craft, maybe I'll just do one of each of these guys, so we could craft that, and then we'll just put things all over the place. Alright, so pockets have to be done in the workbench, so we'll do a single, and they take double the time. Oh, that one looks like it's even more. This one should be even more, because they each require, everything is governed by how many things are in them, by the sort of the equations in the game of how long it takes to craft them. So yeah, I'll have those at some point. Looks like we have our one mod here, so let's try to put those onto our pants. Did we take the goth pants? We did. They must have gone right onto our body. Those sneaky things. Let's transfer all this stuff into my inventory, and let's see where we can put the pockets. It's cold. Okay. Helmets. Modify. Well, these aren't showing up. No, I didn't want to craft another one, thanks. And we'll just wait on those guys. Let's get these pants modified first, right? So let's put some cargo pockets on there, complete, and then we can wear those, start getting our temperature up a little bit. It's a little chilly. Modify. So it looks like only the pockets can go in here, whereas these storage pocket mods are probably almost definitely for armor. I'm just gonna guess that. Wear that, and then these ones, another one should be done. Good. The helmet, modify, does, because it's an armor, can take these guys over here. Let's put some pockets on there. Okay, complete that. Where I'm gonna have to also put it to daytime, so let's just come back in the morning time, and yeah, we can see that we don't have all of our bars because the it's now daytime, so that particular Night Stalker perk is now off. So let's modify this, put on some pockets, complete, wear. Anyway, the whole process here, I'm just gonna add or make a couple more of these things and then go from there. Just so you know, you also can't double up on the particular mod. So like, for example, if this one is here, this slot, it's sort of a tag in the XML, won't allow anything else of that particular type to go on because it's already been filled. So we can only put one thing on there. So if you have triple storage pockets, get those on, slowly upgrade away from your singles and doubles. And yeah, you should be pretty much good. So let's, I'm just gonna finish putting everything onto my character here. And if this doesn't update, you can just tab out and tab back in and then it'll update. Okay, great. So now, as you can see, I have full everything here, and I have not bought any of the pack mule skills. So even though I guess you don't necessarily have the muscle to pack everything, you have the space to carry everything. The encumbrance system is weird in 7 Days to Die, in case you didn't notice, but you're gonna have to talk to Joel about that one. Okay, so one of the other things I wanted to just check was the lock picking. Took the guys out of this one in my last little tutorial on stealth, which was pretty good. I'm not sure. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's not bad. It's pretty good find. Medical supplies, we should get better medical supplies. A splint is nice. Great. Let's bust through this and just check to see what kind of goodies we get. I mean, it's kind of hard to say. Yeah, a little bit more. That's not bad. This garbage. And yeah, so you still get, you know, nothings. If you want, you have lockpicks on you. You can press and hold E, and then you can pick the pick lock. And let's see if it does it. Doesn't always work. Sometimes it does. So you just kind of have to keep going. If it doesn't work, try again. But we'll see. And here we go. I've broken my lockpick. But it's easier this time to do it because you've already kind of picked it a lot more. So each time you do it, it gets easier to do. Relatively, so. Hey, there we go. So, yeah, I don't know. That's not bad. I mean, definitely sell this for a little bit of money. So, okay guys, I think that's pretty much that. This is not a build to be killing zombies with, so I'm going to leave that guy alone. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed becoming the ultimate pack mule and looter of things. So, yeah, if you're out there with some friends, follow behind them and loot up a storm. If you enjoyed that video, hit the like button and share with some friends. If you want to learn more about 7 Days to Die, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in another video. Bye-bye.